The home stretch finally here. After months of campaign stops, debates, controversies, we have now reached Election Eve. One more day for candidates to reach voters. One more day for Americans to make their choice.
That countdown clock is ticking down. 13 hours until the polls open all across Texas. Tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. sharp, voters can begin casting their ballots in one of the most controversial presidential elections in our country's history.
Both candidates, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, will be in New York City tomorrow, watching the results come in. And so will Channel 2's Keith Garvin, Phil Archer, and Ryan Korsgaard. All three, as you can see, are live right now for our team coverage on this election eve. We begin with Ryan in Times Square covering Trump's final push for votes. Ryan?
Bill and all, Trump was actually in 5 different states today. He said he will be victorious tomorrow night. Let me show you some brand new pictures just coming in from Scranton, Pennsylvania, where he just spoke. He told people there to vote. Earlier, he said that we will never have another opportunity like this. He claims that this election will decide if, as he says, we are ruled by a corrupt political class. He says that if he does not win tomorrow night, everyone has wasted their time. He said Hillary Clinton is a failure.
She's the face of failure. She's the face of failed foreign policy. Real change begins. She is indeed the face of failure. Look at what she's done with emails. Look at the mess. Look at the mess. And look at the corruption.
Now, really, everywhere he went today, he predicted success. He claimed that his poll numbers right now are through the roof, but some of those polls actually show the opposite. He says that there is a hidden vote of people simply not telling pollsters the truth. We're live in Times Square tonight. Ryan Korsgaard, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Ryan, thank you, sir. Our team coverage continues now with Channel 2's Phil Archer.
He also is live in New York for us tonight with the latest on Hillary Clinton's campaign. Phil?
That's right. We're live at Javits Center, where preparations are underway right now for what Hillary Clinton and her supporters hope will be a victory party here tomorrow night. Her campaign is picking up momentum, showing her running about 3.5 points now in the national polls ahead of Mr. Trump. That's being attributed to the news from FBI that they have cleared her of wrongdoing for a second time in that emails controversy. That news also attributed by some for the startling 371-point hike in the Dow here in New York City today. Meantime, Secretary Clinton spent the day campaigning in 3 crucial states. In Michigan, she shifted from attacking Mr. Trump to making a final argument for voters to send her to the White House.
And this has to be our mission together, doing all we can to help every American, and especially every young American and every child in America, to have the chance to live up to their God-given potential. I will wake up every single day in the White House trying to figure out what I can do to make that a reality for you.
She also campaigned in North Carolina and Pennsylvania, where she'll appear with President Obama and others at a Get Out the Vote rally in Philadelphia tonight. And as we said, tomorrow night she'll be here at the Javits Center to watch the end of this race, with the final outcome still far from certain. Reporting live in New York, I'm Phil Archer, KPRC Channel 2 News.
Well, just as it did in the last presidential election, NBC News will track all the results for you tomorrow night at Democracy Plaza, right outside 30 Rock in New York City.
Our Keith Garvin will be there as well. In fact, he's there right now. Look at the final touches being made there. Keith?
Hello, Bill, Dominique. You know, for the past 12 years, in fact, NBC News has turned Rockefeller Plaza into Democracy Plaza on election night. Let me give you a look at exactly what is going into it. Right now, as we speak, there are lighting crews and camera crews who are transforming that area. Every 4 years since the 2004 election, NBC has turned that area into Democracy Plaza, complete with a map of the U.S. on the famous ice rink and the 30 Rock building bathed in red, white, and blue. We're going to have more from New York coming up later on tonight at 10 o'clock. For now, reporting live from New York City, Keith Garvin, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Thank you, Keith. Texas may not be a battleground state, but the political parties are sending some well-known surrogates to stump for votes here. Congressman Joaquin Castro and former San Antonio Mayor Julian Castro were among the Democrats getting the vote out for Hillary Clinton today. They spoke at a breakfast meeting here in Houston. this morning. And on the GOP side, Texas Senator Ted Cruz is in town tonight. He is scheduled to attend a Get Out the Vote event hosted by the Spring Branch Republicans at 6:30 this evening. Now, the polls open at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning all across Texas, and they close at 7 p.m. And from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m., we are hosting a phone bank here at our studios. Volunteers from the League of Women Voters will be here to answer your questions. And some important information about our coverage tomorrow evening. We will have an hour-long newscast at 4 o'clock, followed by Channel 2 News at 5. NBC News begins its special election coverage at 6 o'clock. Dominique and I will start up our online coverage at 6 o'clock on click2houston.com.